Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to our 80th annual Jamestown Community Fair Parade. 80 years. I know I've been to 65 of them. How many have you been to? Remind everybody as our color guard approaches the Jamestown VFW Memorial Post 5424. Please stand, and gentlemen, remove your hats. Well, we welcome through our new police chief. She's being a little noisy out there today. Jamestown VFW Memorial Post 5424 Color Guard and Honor Guard. Give them a hand. Remember what they represent for you out there. Oh, they also have the VFW members van with their Veterans Honor Guard. And the VFW Auxiliary from Jamestown on the pontoon boat. All the auxiliary helpers. Appreciate them. Next up, this motorcycle, as we've seen before, a 1968 Honda 125. Here today with Dylan Babcock. Is a great nephew of Roger McElhaney, who was killed in action in 1969 in Vietnam. Roger bought that motorcycle in 1968 and actually rode it to Florida with his cousin that summer before he went to Vietnam. They've kept it in the family, and they're here to honor Roger today. Next up is the Girl Scout troop from Jamestown and Greenville. Girls can join starting in kindergarten through high school. They're proud to have 3 silver award winners, 11 bronze award winners, and 3 of their girls are beginning to pursue their gold awards. You can contact them to learn more about joining the Girl Scouts, and watch for the cookie booths. Following the Girl Scouts today is Jamestown Troop 50 Boy Scouts. And I know Pack 53 has some Cub Scouts, but they're not showed up today, so. Oh, there they are, we're on the float. Wow. So the Jamestown Cub Scouts, Troop 53, brought their float out today. Looking good, guys. Kids K through 5 join the Jamestown Elementary School and beascout.org. They have meetings on Wednesdays, and everyone is welcome to join Kids K through 5. Next up is the 150th Pennsylvania Bucktails. Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry Reenactors proudly represent an actual Civil War regiment that was mustered into service in 1862 in Meadville, Pennsylvania. They represent Company C of that regiment and distinguished themselves in battles such as Gettysburg, Battle of the Wilderness, Spotsylvania, Cold Harbor, and Petersburg. They pride themselves in portraying both military and civilian life during the American Civil War. They participate in large and small reenactments and also living history education at local events. For more information, visit their website at 150thpabucktails.com. Thank you, Justin. Next up is the mayor, Justin Pitt. Jamestown's mayor would like to thank the following groups of people who worked hard all year to make the Jamestown Fair a success. The president of the Fair Board, Joe Newford, along with all the other board members, all the department chairs and their volunteers, the Jamestown Volunteer Fire Department, the Jamestown Police Department, plus all others who helped along the way. And he's already looking forward to the 2025 fair. Next up, Frank Fenton's 1937 Ford Wrecker. It's lived in the Jamestown area its whole life. A long time, and is owned by Frank and Mary Jane Fenton. We got Joe Beery riding along today. Next up is Frank Fenton's 1936 Ford 5-window coupe, driven by Tim Flaw. I don't know if I'd trust you to drive my car. I know you. Tim and I went to school together, Lorraine. We're all good friends. Next up we have the ambassador vehicle representing the fair ambassadors this year of the Jamestown Lions Club and the Jamestown School District. And today our District 14F District Governor Lion Bill Beatty, who's a member of the Lions Club of Greenville, is riding along. Get that candy loaded, Bill. Come on. Kyle? Help him out, Kyle. He can't load it up fast enough. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Where's your Lions hat? You better get one. Following the Lions today, as you guys know, everything on the float there, you can see Pancake Day, the boat raffle, French fries, and candy, and all the other things that we do in the community. If you're interested in becoming a Lions, stop by the French fry stand and give them your information. Someone will contact you. Next up are our fair officials. So pelting me with candy. Hey. Easy now, I got glasses on.
A good thing.
They didn't give me their names. It's probably better that we don't know who they are. Hey, give these guys and ladies a hand. This is who put the fair on for you. I'm telling you, that if you don't think it's a lot of work, try and help them out some year. Next up, Jamestown Community Fair Queen, Terrace McElhaney. Driven by another Flaw brother, I see. Recognize the back of that head anywhere. Next up is the Fair Queen's Court. Miranda Bowles, Luana Bish, Brianna Shetler, all seniors at Jamestown High School. Following them is the 2013 Fair Queen, Natalie Rhea. Natalie still lives in her hometown of Jamestown, is married to her high school sweetheart, Jonas, and they have two daughters, Ava and Fallon. Now the Jamestown High School Muskies Marching Band. Band. Following the Jamestown Muskies Band today is our second annual Jamestown Fair Princess Pageant, Princess Royalty, with Natalie Holbrook as the baby princess, the tiny princess Lily Richards, the little princess Adeline Savitz, Princess Madeline Forcier, and junior princess Alaya Harnett. Girls look like they're having fun. Next up, Kaylee White of Linesville, Miss Meadville 2024. I know you can't hear me, but Kaylee's platform is about advocating for people with disabilities such as herself. She has a BA in theater from Allegheny College and currently works as a caregiver for her mother and grandmother. Next up is Pymatuming Boat Sales. Been here since 1972. Want to thank them for the boat today to have our stand on. Enough! Well, if you can't hear them, I can't hear anything. Jamestown's Fire Department, the volunteers, Station 89, out with all their colors today. Give them a hand. This is who comes to your door when you make that call. Check them out at the fair. They have their annual fair gun raffle. We have their big fall gun raffle coming up on September 21st. There are a few tickets left. If you think you'd still like to join us for the fall gun raffle, go up to the fair booth at the community center and see a fireman about a ticket for the fall raffle. And support the Fireman's Club. Following the Jamestown Volunteer Fire Department today is Chad Ferguson on his 1959 Ferguson TO-35 Deluxe. This tractor's been in the Ferguson family for 4 generations. They got it looking good, got it cleaned up. Got the mud off it, Chad. Following Chad and his Ferguson tractor today is the Westford Flower Club. Westford Flower Club has existed for 92 years. That's 12 years before the fair even started. And has won several float awards in the past. They meet on the first Thursday of the month from April through December at the Shenango Township Building. That's South Shenango, I believe. And they're always accepting new members. It's always nice to have something representing Westford because, you know, I'm from Westford. All roads lead to Westford. If anybody wants to know where Westford is, it's not hard to find. Hi, ladies. You need some men in that club. Huh? Then you know, maybe you'd have more fun. I don't know. Maybe not. No? Some are shaking their head yes, some are shaking their head no. I can't figure out what answer is the right answer. Next up is the Spinette Twirling Club from Conneaut Lake. I know they're always open to new members, and I believe that everything is taken care of if you want to have your young one join the Spinette Club. Well, somebody looks like they're having fun on the back of that Mustang. Yeah! Girls are having fun. I have a baton at home, but my wife tells me I'm not allowed to use it in the house. It's no fun practicing on the patio. Next up, we have the Mercer Auto Wreckers driving their Tow Mater. Man, well, Tow Mater looks pretty good. Thanks for bringing him out today. See, that's what makes a parade fun, when somebody puts something together like that and brings it out to share it. Next up, we have the Log Cabin Unity Grange. The Log Cabin Unity Grange was established in 2016. They are in the process of making their Easter egg hunt an annual event, including a sensory-sensitive area. Since members have been a part of the Grange for well over 60 years, and they are always accepting new members. Following them is the Jamestown High School class of 2025. They're senior class advisors, and they would like to thank the fair and the community for providing an opportunity to create lasting memories. The senior class is proud to be a part of a community where agriculture is very much valued and appreciated. Looks like they're having fun. Well, what it would be to be a senior in high school again, just for maybe a week. Next up, we have the Fredonia, Pennsylvania Volunteer Fire Department. They're Captain Thomas Hanna in a 1975 Brockway, their Tanker 97, and their Brush Truck 97. We always appreciate them bringing them out. As I said before, when these guys bring this equipment out, they have to make sure somebody's there to back them up, so it's not just as easy as just driving them here. Following the tanker today is the Conneaut Area Rock and Roll Marching Band, students from 8th grade to 12th grade. The Conneaut Area Rock and Roll Marching Band will be performing throughout the fall at numerous fair parades, football games, band festivals. This year's selections include their 2024 field show, Rocking in Any Weather. Put your hands together for the Conneaut Area Rock and Roll Marching Band. Yeah, give him a hand. Somebody's been practicing. Next up today, we have Henry and Linda Zuslag in the 1955 Ford F100. Bringing it up from Greenville today. Nice truck. Next up, we have the junior class float class of 2026. They did a good job this year. Flourishing with opportunity. Nice job, gang. They've even got stuffed Kleenex in the back. Boy, I remember doing that. Following them, we have St. Paul's. Life is Groovy. Today's tractor is driven by Justin Kantz. It's a 1956 John Deere 520. It belonged to his grandfather. This float was owned and built by Denny and April Archecki. Those seats come off of the Conneaut Lake Park Railroad ride. Who remembers that? About every one of us, I think. Nice to see that something got salvaged. Next up, we have the Andrew Grove Farm. Big Andrew on the Farmall 806. Following Jake today is Colossal Construction. William Alibrand, Mr. Fix-It, works here, and he can fix anything, it says. Well, that covers a lot of stuff. Check them out on Facebook or in their internet website at colossalconstruction1call.com, and that's the number 1. They're located on Beatty School Road in Hadley, Pennsylvania. That looks like they're having fun. Next we have Federico Ballesteros in his 1929 Model A Ford. We always appreciate you bringing your cars out. At least one a year. Sometimes he brings more than one out. Yes, yes. Every year he comes. Next we have a Silverado pickup representing Community Chevrolet out of Meadville, Pennsylvania. And following that is the Reynolds Junior Senior High School Band. The 2024 field show presents the music of Billy Joel, and you can see them at the varsity football games and well as this year's Mercer County Band Night. Now listen to this. The Band Night is held next Wednesday at 6:30 at Hickory High School. So if you're looking for something to do next Wednesday night, it's supposed to be nice weather, down to Hickory High School and check out Band Night. Give him a hand. A lot of work goes into putting together the band and coming to practice, taking your instrument home and practicing and having mom and dad put you in the bedroom and close the door so they can't hear you. Next up, we have the class of 2027 float. They want to show that living in a rural and agricultural area helps you learn many traits such as hard work, dependability, strength, and many others that can lead you down the roads of success. Hey, they have a live pig on that float. Huh. Wonder what his name is. Next up, we have the Jamestown Tractor and Engine Association. They're going to have their club show each year in June. You can stop by and see them up at the fair. They've got a real nice display. Following them today is Debbie Williams in her 1977 Corvette. And I know this Corvette's from Canada. It's got something weird about it. It's either in liters per gallon or kilometers per hour or something. But Debbie and Pudge are in charge of many of the departments at the fair. They want to thank everybody for participating and stop by and see them. Next up, we have Brad Roy, State Representative. Brad represents North Shenango, South Shenango, West Shenango, West Fallowfield, East Fallowfield, and as well as part of Western Crawford County. Following Brad today is the freshman class of 2028, Jamestown Freshman's Float, and the Zombigeddon Paintball from Fredonia. Man, go down to see them at Zombigeddon. They're having fun down there. You ride around shooting zombies with paintballs. That's got to be fun down at Drew Farm. You can also schedule birthday parties and youth groups, teams, events. And now the Greenville Trojans marching junior, senior high school band. Give them a hand. Looks like they came to play today. Wow, they're taking up half the parade. Next up, we have the Geneva Truck Equipment. This year they get their trucks out and participated in many of our local parades. Got their tow trucks. I got a medium size and a large. Hey, if you're really stuck, this is the one you need right here. Next up, the North Shenango Volunteer Fire Department in their 2009 Spartan. Engine 17. Another local fire department that backs up Jamestown when they need help, so give them a hand, let them know you appreciate it. Following them today is the Harvest Baptist Church. The law of the harvest. You reap what you sow. Just as every farmer sows what he hopes to reap, the Harvest Baptist Church is also sowing spiritual seeds from God's Word into our children and families in order to reap mature Christians to serve our Lord. Harvest Baptist Church training today's generation for the future harvest. We always welcome them. They put in a nice float almost every year. Oh, they got some animals back there. Oh, I guess. Well, they have tails on them. Maybe they are animals. Look at them wagging them tails. I know. I know. I hear them. Next up, we have Greg Bush and his grandson Owen Waters in Greg's 2023 Corvette Z06. Yay, Whitakers. Hey, you better save me some candy for later. Easy now, easy. Doesn't even have his learner's permit yet. Next up, we have a huge gap in the parade. I'm not sure what's supposed to be in that gap, but you know, just imagine something you haven't seen for a while. We were supposed to have the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade turkey here. I guess that's what was supposed to be in the gap, but the turkey didn't make it, or somebody ate it, or something. So we couldn't fill it in. Pink Floyd said they would share their pig with us, but they didn't show up either. Not sure how many of you know what that reference is for. Well, they're either pushing that truck or they should be. Oh, I see what it is now. Officer Dowling is asking them to move along, please. I mean, you know when the politicians are coming. Not that we don't like them handing out the candy. They usually have some good candy. Next up, we have the Mercer and Crawford County Republican Committees. With Congressman Mike Kelly, State Senator Michelle Brooks, State Representative Park Wentling, and State Representative Brad Roy. And we always saw Brad earlier. He brought his own candy. Let's see who that is. That's Kurt Klink in his truck. Hi, Kurt. Thanks for bringing it out today. Looks like a Sierra 2500. Looks pretty good. The Mercer and Crawford County Republicans would like to remind everybody that it's important that we get educated, know what we're voting for, and then most importantly, get out and vote. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Or I should say, Senator Brooks. Have to be politically correct, right? That's politics. Come on, Park, they're too young to vote. That's the way to do it. Spread them out. Next up, we have the Hunter family and their Hunter Shack. Hey, it floats afloat. That looks like a fun one. They have a welcome sign out, so I guess everybody's welcome. Got the coonskin cap going on. Howdy. Got the traps hanging out front, some antlers on the side, some cooking utensils. Man, that looks like hard living to me. Got a possum in the pot?
It's got a wood stove.
Got a wood stove in it. Well, you ought to be cooking something then. I'll be up for a burger after the parade's over. Just so it's not a possum burger. Next up, Iris Renovations. I can't see their sign, but I think that's who it is. Okay, I got it right. They're buying and renovating any house, any location with cash. Hey, if you got a house you want to sell, they got cash. Check out Iris Renovations. And then once you build your new house, go to Summit Garage Doors to get your garage doors mounted. Following Summit Garage Doors, we have the Long Sewer and Drain out of Sharon, Pennsylvania. Can't miss that advertising. And following DeLong's, we have R&R, rehab and cleaning and handyman services. They're also buying houses, and they have cash too. Next up, we have the Fallowfield Fire and Rescue, Engine 15 and Pumper Tanker 15. And their ambulance. Another local fire department that's here to back you up. Give them a hand. The call goes out. They come out. Join their club. My wife and I, Sean, we just joined. They have great food. Support their fire department and their missions. And they have an ambulance, which we were not aware of. And we're going to make sure we find out about later today when we go over for dinner. Thanks for coming out today. Goodness gracious. Following them, we have a 1960 Murray bike with Caleb Carr. How you doing, Caleb? Thanks for bringing your bike out today. Got it looking good, man. So that's what a bike looked like in 1960. It kind of looks like the one I bought in 1965 and 68.
I got one from 1940.
You got one from 1940? We'll have to get it restored and bring it out next year.
Already did.
Yeah, all right. Well, you have to find somebody else to ride it for you. Sounds like a fun hobby. Caleb's restoring old bicycles. Next up, we have the Clark Volunteer Fire Department brush truck. Clark Volunteer Fire Department was established in 1948. They've been around a while. Squad 99, Fire Rescue. And following Clark Volunteer Fire Department today is the Emergency Care Ambulance Service. Next up, we have Matt King on his 1965 Ford 5000. Looks like Matt's got a load of pumpkins on there for Halloween. Are those for sale? They can be, he says. Well, he's going to be up at the fairground later selling them? Alright, he's going to be at the fairground selling those pumpkins. So, if you want a really nice pumpkin, I'd go see Matt at the fairgrounds after the parade. Next up, we have Andrew Livingston in his 1952 Ford 8N. He restored this. It was originally bought by Andrew's grandfather, Clean Livingston. It's got it looking nice, Andrew. Thanks for bringing it out today. And following Andrew, Nick Saramuga on his 1942 Farmall H, pulling the float for the Jamestown Historical Society. The Historical Society here in town was organized in 1974. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary. They continue their museum house on Summit Street. It's filled with local history, and they offer free tours on Sundays from 12 to 5, April through October. So if you'd like to see what's going on in the past in Jamestown, go see Margaret. She'll give you a tour. Oh no, are we done already? There's Karen. That's Karen Flaw, by the way. She put this all together. She does it every year. She's been doing it for 34 years with the help of others, chairman for many of those years. I want to let you know, this is my 54th year, so Karen's got about 20 years to catch up to me. First up, and the horses, Trish with Joe. They've been having a lot of fun. Joe loves to see all the people coming through the barns. He's been coming for the fair for 10 years now. So stop up and see Joe. Next up, I believe, is Buckshot. Is this Buckshot? Buckshot took best in the show at the fair. Look at that ribbon. He's only 16 months old, and he's proud of his feisty, he's proud to be feisty and beautiful. Well, he is, both. Next up, we have Barb Grill on Spirit, is a 29-year-old. Off the truck standard bred mare. Standard breds are a very versatile breed. They can excel in many equine disciplines. Did you believe I got that out right? Adopt a standard bred and bring home a champion. Today we ride for unity in our great country, the USA. Well, that's great. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Spirit. Next up, we have Austin Leslie riding Nash. Nash is a 23-year-old quarter pony. They like to trail ride and participate in the parades. Well, looking good, Austin. Thank you, Nash. Next up, we have Shelby Bottles. Shelby's riding Earl. He's a mixed breed, gaited horse. They enjoy trail riding, and this is Earl's first parade. Welcome, Earl. Good to see ya. Next up, we have Aubrey McCartney on Jimmy. He's a 16-year-old quarter horse. And this is also Jimmy's first parade. Well, Jimmy, welcome to Jamestown Fair Parade. Next up we have Michaela Harper with Spirit. He's a 15-year-old Pinto pony, and this is also his first parade. Wow, it's so nice to have first-timers. Next up we have Olivia Harper. Daisy is a 14-year-old Cremello mare with her 4-month-old colt Spartacus. That Spartacus is 4 months old. Oh, he's got his unicorn parade outfit on, and this is their first parade as well. And finally, we end up today with our Poopa Scoopers, Violet and Cody. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Watch the traffic. We'll welcome you back next year for our 81st annual Jamestown Community Fair Parade. Go up to the fairgrounds, enjoy some food at the community center. They have chicken and biscuit dinners today. The Lions have their French fries, all the other vendors. The displays are still in the high school. Check them out. Up on the hill tonight, I believe, is a demolition derby. If they don't get rained out, doesn't look like we're going to have the rain they called for. So go up and enjoy the fair, and we'll see you again next year.